Hey, TrackCat family, Coach Rick here. We're week 4 is done. We're really getting comfortable with each other. We were only together 3 days this week in between Christmas and the New Year holiday. Took some time off, relaxed, enjoyed the family and friends. We really appreciate the athletes that were able to make it during that time and came out and worked hard. We saw some really good things happen this week, getting comfortable. The girls are starting to understand what we're trying to do. A couple ladies, we have one young lady who's a sophomore who had an injury during her soccer season, and she's been told by her doctor and physical therapist that she's just not going to be able to compete this year. But it hasn't gotten her down. She's coming to practice and she's doing the work that she can. She's following her therapy, and that's really good. I mean, for her to come out there and still stay involved in that, and she knows she's setting goals for herself and making herself better. She's here using this to get herself prepared for that soccer season, and then come back and do track with us the following year. You gotta love that, when they have that desire to work. They just don't say, "Well, I can't do anything. I'm just going to sit around," and that's not good. So we really appreciate kids like that because it shows the younger ones what they can do, and that's what she's doing. She's doing her work, and she's also sitting watching the younger ones, talking to them, giving them some encouragement. So that's what team leaders do. Team leaders never give up. They just do what they're supposed to do. So that's really good. We got two young ladies, one who's been with us before, Miss Jenna and Jessica, are working. They're staying over, doing some overtime work, doing some hurdle work, and they want to get it. And that takes a long time. That's tedious stuff. You just don't go out and start clearing hurdles. There's a lot that goes into that. A lot of want to prevent injury and all that. Janet came in and said, "Man, my hips are sore." Well, that's good. We did something. So that's and that's working out. Have another young lady who she's first year. Well, she's been here before, and she's battling some leg injuries, some pain, and she finally come into practice and came here, and we're finding out things that we can have her do. We don't want these kids to feel like that if they're hurt, everybody's looking down at them. That's not how it works here. We all encourage each other. When we're injured, we work through that. We try to get some other work done and make it happen. It's December going into January. We need to be strong at the end of May. We don't need any heroes this time of year. But the thing is with that, you have to love that because these kids, that shows that how competitive they are. They want to try to work through a shin splint problem. Well, no, you don't do that. But the kid doesn't understand that. They want to compete. They want to get out there, and that's good. When you have to get behind and pull them back instead of getting behind and pushing them, everything's going to work out. So that's all going to be good. Yesterday, we're talking about these girls finally figuring out what we want to do. Some of the younger ones and first time here, they want to get out and run hard. Well, we're not supposed to be running hard right now. We're just doing some general stuff. And they sprint a little, then they walk, and they sprint a little, and they walk. We're trying to tell them you have to do 10, 15 minutes nice and easy. Well, yesterday they were running upstairs, and I was out in the gym walking around watching them, and I saw two of our young ladies, the middle school. It was like they were pros. They were just going along at a nice pace, got a nice gait to them. And these kids, we know they're going to be good, but they're finally starting to figure out these little things, these little fundamentals, basic foundations that we want. And it was awesome. And I saw Coach Shannon up there, and they ran by, and he said to them, "That's nice pace, girls." And I was like, wow, he's seeing the same thing I am. That's great. So when they came downstairs, I told them, I said, "Girls, what I just saw was awesome." They were running, they were talking, they were jovial with each other. That's good stuff. You can't beat that. and more of that's going to happen. That's going to start to feed, because when we were doing our high hurdle circuit hip work, you know, Coach Shannon had the younger girls over doing the small hurdles, learning that step, getting that cadence down. And I looked over and I saw one young lady over there who, a fifth grader, and I looked at it and I said, I called her over. I said, I want you to try doing these big hurdles here once, see what kind of flexibility you have. And it just dawned on me, that's why we do this stuff. I looked at her and I said, do you want to hurdle? Do you want to learn how to hurdle? I got two girls here working. She goes, Coach, that's what I want to do. That's what I love. I said, okay, we're going to make that happen. So, and this, you know, this young lady, she's a big, tall young lady, and strong as an ox, you know, and just a fifth grader. So we're going to start going that path with her and see what happens, you know. And that's what this stuff is about. So we can look at these kids, see what they're doing, see what kind of movement they do, and then find out where they belong, you know. And so it's already happening. We're on week 4. We're not even in the 2019 yet. When we come back in 2019, you know, things will be a little different. And, you know, when the other ones, when we get everybody back from holidays and stuff, you know, that stuff will, well, we'll see it show up. It's going to be there. You know, we're real proud of what's going on. We're excited. The parents, you know, I've had a lot of contact with parents over the last week about some things, good things, and staying in contact. You know, when we have that parent relationship, that makes the athlete better, and that's what we're after. Things we want to talk about, you know, nutrition. You know, you have to eat and you have to drink the right amount of water. Everybody has a hydration schedule out there. If not, we need to get that to everybody. And we have to start understanding that that's very, very important. We train 24/7. Doesn't mean we're physically training and running the whole time, but we taking care of our bodies, making sure we're sleeping, making sure we're eating, and those kind of good things. So with that, you know, we're just excited. It's all going to be good. You know, the year, you know, now we're starting to think and we're starting to talk about the Wildcat Classic. We got it on the 26th. That's going to be a good meet, good fun meet, and I think I pretty much know the crew we're going to take down there. We don't want to forget about our mattress fundraiser. Keep harping on that, but it is what it is. I'm going to get some stuff out this weekend before we get back into school, and if you could share all that kind of stuff, get it out there. You know, we're on the Facebook. We've got the track and field Facebook. I have my own coach's page. We're on Twitter and on the Instagram. So get out there and enjoy that stuff and share that with your family and friends, and get the word out about who you are. You know, all that stuff is about the athletes. You know, sharing their information, let people know who they are, so their fan base sees who they are. I mean, these kids don't understand. They're just not out there doing something. They have a fan base, and we love that. So, all right, well, Wildcat Classic on the 28th. We want to say, you know, hope everybody has a really safe New Year's. Enjoy it, and long may you run.